We're going to country 19. We could not leave Shkodër without having this one more affogato. Imagine yourself on a travel adventure from Albania to Montenegro, soaking in the Balkan sun as you glide between mountains, passing along canyons through quaint little villages and coastal towns that look like they could be the setting of the romantasy series you're reading. That might be what you imagine, but what doesn't come to mind right away is the feeling of nausea that starts creeping up as the bus is flinging you from side to side, going around the corners of a steep hill, or the questionable border crossings where you are second-guessing your choices and too scared to ask any questions, and all the other shenanigans that come along with a travel day in Eastern Europe. So come along to see if we do actually survive this journey from Albania to Montenegro. A bit sad to leave Albania today, but we are going on to country 19. We might be taking a car with some other people traveling instead of waiting for the bus, because apparently the bus is going to be really late. So instead of two buses, we might be taking a car. If there's one thing I've learned from traveling around Albania the past month and a bit, it's that no matter how much research and planning you put into it, figuring out how to get from one place to another is always going to be a bit of an adventure, and today is no exception, even as we're trying to leave the country. So we decided to hop in the car with these other travelers who seemed trustworthy, and everything seemed fine until we got to the border and something seemed off between the officer and our driver. So we took a car from Shkodër to Podgorica with the Swedish-Norwegian couple. We just jumped into the car with them because the buses were coming late, and we just saw more and more people who were having trouble getting a bus. Lots of people had tickets and they seemed sold out. And it was great. We chatted with them the whole way. They were so lovely, and they were just asking like questions, and we were talking to them about Norway and stuff. The border crossing was a little testy, and there was a huge line, and then our taxi driver got heavily questioned as to what he was doing and if this was a legal taxi, because I think there was some corruption at this very border a few weeks ago, so it just was like very
15 police got arrested.
It was very tight security, and it had that vibe, so that was a little questionable.
But
we made it.
Papers, so
oh, he had ID, paper, multiple things. But we arrived here, we got our bus tickets, we slayed, and now we're just waiting for our next bus to go on to Kotor.
I have found taking the buses in the Balkan actually really fun, but you have to think of it as an adventure because you don't really know when the bus is arriving, you don't know really how much it's going to be, you don't really know where it's going, where you're going to end up. But just have faith, you're going to get where you're going, and just kind of like enjoy the adventure of the unknown.
Definitely an adventure, let me tell you. Just when I thought we had used up most of our chaos for the day on, jumping into a random car with strangers, almost getting stopped at the border by an officer, passing by a literal nature forest fire, the day said no, there's more chaos to come. This bus is a low point for me right now. We ran out of water.
We didn't run it out, we just put it underneath. I didn't realize Jonathan was in such a bad.
I'm dying of heat. I'm scarfing down pretzels. This is definitely a low. He's whipping around the corners like no tomorrow. The sun is blaring in my eyes. Heaven help me now.
In the arms of the angel.
It does look stunning though. Oh, bye-bye. I'm trying to choose happiness on this bus right now, but happiness is not choosing me. It was dark there for a moment, but we made it to Kotor. Now we're just gonna take a taxi to our hostel because we're staying by the beach. We made it to Montenegro tonight, to Kotor. And I don't know what I expected Montenegro to look like, but I did not know it was this stunning and beautiful. There's our hostel, and there's the view. some little steps. Don't be fooled. Those steps are as slippery as Satan, and you will slip if you try to look cute on them. Should I dive with it?
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll give you this. Just in the ocean, in my Speedo. Oh, she's drowned.
I just drove
Now,
a little bit.
oh no. No, me too. No.
I was trying to lift you up.
That was very tickly. Ow, something is spiky on my leg. This is a struggle bus. Are you okay?
Thank God he cut his toenails.
Quite the view. Our lovely hostel. Clearly things have been looking up since we actually arrived in Montenegro, and this hostel is definitely a part of that. So I need to take you around a little bit. Everything from the view to the rooms to the vibes here are amazing. The rooms are really nicely decorated. They have sort of like a nautical theme, and this hostel is in a historic home, so there's a lot of space in the dorms between the 3 different floors. And not only that, but the whole building itself has a really unique and cozy feel. There's a kitchen on the main floor for everyone to use, and this really lovely indoor-outdoor living space at the front, which is the perfect place to get to know the really friendly, lovely family who owns this hostel. The first meal ever cooked in a hostel by this queen. Amazing.
I'm not normally a hostel cooker. I usually, go out, but there's not really a lot around here, and the stuff that is expensive, so.
Bon appetit. Mackenzie said she did a Nutella explosion, and it's giving Nutella explosion. A quarter of the jar? Not a bad first hostel meal ever. This hostel as well has been one of the best hostels I think we've ever stayed in. It's just like, of course, such an amazing, stunning view, but we've been staying in a lot of more family-run hostels, and it's just such a specific feeling when you are staying with a family who's a mix of locals and who know the area so well, and you get so much more of a sense of the culture here and what it's like for the people that live here. And it is obviously very welcoming and homey feeling as well, which is so nice, and just nice when you're traveling to feel that comfort a little bit. The father here, this is his family's heritage home, and then his wife is originally from Serbia, and now they have a daughter and they're raising her here, but this is her backyard. It's so lovely to see. It feels like such a real example of what it would be like to live here. And not only that, but the hostel is decorated beautifully inside, and it's been such a wonderful stay. Okay, I'm gonna do a little jump. You really gotta be dangerous on these freaking things. Careful, I mean, not dangerous. You really gotta be careful on these dangerous things. I think it's safe to say the journey to get here was worth it. So we left our hostel this morning. We were gonna try to get a taxi into town because it's about an hour walk into the town of Kotor. After one dish of black risotto.